Welcome everyone to GameByte. Oh my, it's another Wednesday night with me, Herald Silvestre. How you doing, folks? You know what? Sometimes in the hot November rain, I just like to give myself a little bit of Gatorade Ion to get me through each day, people. It's hot, it's cold, it's yes and it's no. But GameByte will always stay the same. I'm not alone, alright? Talking about staying the same. This man has stayed the same for the better part of 30 years. But you know what? We wouldn't take him any other way. He's done a couple of things in the local industry of gaming. And some of you might be familiar with this handsome man's beard. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Meekopi. How you doing, Meekopi?
Hey, I'm doing great tonight. And I was just looking at the camera and I realized that your description could fit either me or Elgene. So it all came down to the beard. And I was so certain that you're referring to Elgene that I'm kind of caught unawares about what to say. But yeah, I hope everyone is safe in this really stormy night. And we're gonna, we have a bit of what do you call this? Lots in this episode today. But
that's true.
Yeah, let's try to get it out of the way as soon as possible. But before that happens, of course, I have to introduce our Mac pilot since, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. I hope he...
Yeah, pretty much, yes.
Yeah, he is new, but I mean, well, knowing, of course, this guy, he's bound to be a pro at it soon enough. Ladies and gentlemen, Sir Elgene.
Thanks for introducing me. Hi, folks. Yes, I'm officially a tier 2 mech pilot, as you can see.
Yeah.
Around me. But yeah, hi. I'm just gonna be honest with you folks right up front. I'm a little unprepared for this session. Being completely honest, and I'll let you all know why in a moment. But yes, hi. Good to be here, folks. I'm really excited for the show. I'll do my best. But yeah, take it away, Harold.
Dude, preparation is overrated. All right, don't even get me started on that. All right. So sometimes you just gotta wing it. You gotta wing it, even especially as a pilot.
Wing it.
Don't wing it. Don't wing it, pilot. Stay the course. Stay the course, please.
Stay the course.
Yeah, guys. For those of you who are tuning in for the first time in 2 weeks, that's because we haven't had a show in 2 weeks. So welcome back. We also don't have a DZ or a Mick today. I'm not sure what happened to Mick because one day he's like, I'll confirm tomorrow, and the next day he's like, who's gonna be on the show? And
Right.
I'm just like, I'm waiting for the confirmation, buddy. It's
maybe those statements are kind of related to each other.
In some capacity, yes.
Okay. But you know what? It's all good because we got Elgene and we got Meekopi today, and I missed you guys. Well, I haven't really had a chance to miss Elgene as much because I've been seeing him constantly recently.
Yes.
Oh man, it's been good.
I can sense how excited you guys are for the "What are you guys playing?" section of this show tonight.
I don't know what you're talking about. Well,
we'll see about that. We'll see about
that. Well, why don't we ask the folks at home about what they've been playing? All right, everyone at home, let us know in the chat, the chatterinos. What have you been playing? And while we wait for that, let me ask Meekopi. I'm gonna ask Meekopi, buddy, Hearthstone player extraordinaire, and Final Fantasizer. What have you been playing?
Okay, speaking of Hearthstone, just want to give a shout out to Enli, who's here in the chat with us. And
hey, buddy!
He's been playing Wild Rift and Hearthstone, of course.
Oh, yes.
I miss you, Enli. I haven't seen you in so long because of COVID.
Yeah, but what I last heard about Enli is that he's been, what they call this? He's been really active in the local Hearthstone scene, especially working with AKG Games. And of course promoting the local scene. So they've been doing a really great job so far, by the way. Hearthstone is most active this year in terms of local community events.
Oh, wow. especially online. That's ridiculous. You know, the fact that we've been separated from each other, but still, AKG has managed to keep the Hearthstone community going. I mean, I'm sure that's in large part because of the community themselves too, because you guys are, you're pretty tight knit. I know Meekopi even before AKG, you, Kara, folks like Gia and Waning Moon and Enli would organize stuff. Windsor, Excelsior would do stuff as well. So yeah, I mean, they couldn't have picked a better community to help support.
Yeah, that's right. In fact, they grew it so they actually grew it so much, especially for the for the competitive scene. So there's now battlegrounds tournaments. There's now your regular standard
the
tournaments.
Competitive scene, yeah.
Yeah, they also even have also a community podcast. I think they're on their 3rd episode right now. So with Gia, the Big Mac, I think will also be there, and Excelsior. Anyway,
I'm sorry. For a second, I thought when you said the Big Mac, I thought you were referring to yourself, and I was like, "Yes, you are the Big Mac, sir.
No,
you are the Mac Daddy."
The Big Mac is a way more gifted and better player than I am. Easily one of the best in the Philippines.
Short. Come on.
Yeah, of course I haven't been playing the game much as well. Anyway, speaking of the games that I've been playing, you're right, at least on the second part. I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV a lot, and for the wrong reasons. It's mostly because of housing. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Mostly because of housing. I have promised myself that I won't go to Housing Savage, but there we go. I've built my own theater cafe during the span of the week, with all of the nice windows and everything. If you can go to Twitch,
is it difficult, Meekopi?
Yeah, it's
still. I know you're talking about how plots of land have actual virtual real estate that you have to occupy.
Well, in my server, it's a bit easier. So, but it's just a matter of the harder part is like decorating the house and making it look fine.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, we had a nice one. Other than that, it's of course Tekken 7 for me. Been playing a lot again since season 4 came out. And then there's Auto Chess VNG. The new season is also up, so I've been playing. I mean, it's my usual go-to casual game. Anyway, enough about me. Let's move on to Elgene. What have you been playing?
I've been playing a lot of MechWarrior Online. I think my channel has more or less pivoted to that recently, and I've been.
Oh really?
I've been grinding the shit out of that on stream. So yeah, and when I said I was a tier 2 pilot, I wasn't kidding. I actually made it to tier 2 at that point, which the rankings go from tier 5 to tier 1, and tier 1 being the highest. So I'm actually pretty excited about that. Other than that, this is going to be a really huge conflict of interest on my part. I've been playing World of Warcraft.
I'm sorry, Elgene. I couldn't quite hear you behind your hand. What was that?
I've been playing World of Warcraft.
So, yeah. If you guys were here at the pre-show, I mentioned earlier that Herald has become my drug dealer, where he has essentially shown up. He has essentially shown up and peddled, "Hey, you want to play some World of Warcraft?" I mean, first time he did it with me, it was first time's free. He gave me 1 month free subscription. Got hooked. All right, and then I stopped playing. Right after that, he's like, fast forward to last weekend. He was like, "Hey, there's a free weekend going on. We should play it." I'm like, sure, it's a free weekend. And sure enough, World of Warcraft has changed enough that it's held my interest. So yeah, I've been playing it nonstop since then. How about you, Herald? What have you been playing exactly? Can you please tell the chat what you've been playing, along with me, perhaps?
Funny you even asking, man. I've dabbled in a couple of mobile games here and there. Nothing big. I've just been checking out what's free. I'm casual. I'm super cash these days. I checked out this really neat game on Google Chrome. When you open a new tab, they have this really nice like fish game. You had to trace the patterns. You'd hold down left click, then you trace the patterns down with your mouse, and it'd eliminate certain fish on your screen. It was pretty cool, super casual. That's how I roll.
Is
stuff.
that right? Okay, so you've been fishing in Azeroth. I got you. Okay.
And I hooked me some biggins, baby. We've been playing World of Warcraft, and this is us in a dungeon. For those of you watching the video feed, we went to the newest starting zone, Exile's Reach, and it was pretty cool. Me, Elgene, Meekopi, no, not Meekopi, Derek O'Brien, Sensei
I'm
Humor
there in spirit.
himself. Yeah, you're there in spirit. You know, we really felt
Spirit
it.
healer. I'm the spirit healer.
Oh, we would love to have you heal us. Yeah, so the three of us plus Emily, Zeffy Buns in the chat from time to time. We're just going through Azeroth, and yeah, you can see Derek's big bare butt. Let me zoom in. Oh, he became a cat for a second.
There we go.
Yeah, we were just going through the motions and having, surprisingly having a lot of fun. You know, I know everyone was skeptical going into it.
And yeah, I mean, he wasn't kidding, because like, if you've watched this channel any length of time, you know that I personally have a grudge against Blizzard Entertainment as a whole, and among other things. And like I said, it's a real conflict of interest of mine to play this game. But I mean, it's fine. It plays well, and honestly, like, if there's one thing I can really hand to them, the returning player experience is it's actually pretty good. I got back into it expecting that, oh crap, it's gonna be a slog to relearn everything. No, it was easy. It the level squish pretty much made it so that you can level characters in an instant, learn characters very quickly, and one of the biggest problems I had with old World of Warcraft is alcoholism. In case you aren't aware, that's when you create a new character every time just to discover what you want to play. And doing that used to be very time consuming. Now I can do that no problem. And it's really easy to get back into now. And well, here I am, and now I have a survival hunter at level 48. I'm almost at level cap, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's something. It's something.
It's definitely something.
I mean?
Yeah. I gotta admit, because I came into it, I just wanted to have fun with you guys, right? Because I wanted to level a new character to, like Elgene, I suffer from alcoholicism. In my case, it's more of I want to have a different experience with all these different classes and races. I could have a dwarf paladin, but it'd feel very different in my head from playing a human paladin or a Draenei paladin. So, I like those experiences. For me, it's not just about the end game content. For me, it's really role playing on some level as well, whether it's just headcanon or with the guys. And yeah, we just played casually, and you hit it right on the head, Elgin. It's the new player experience that really drives things home. We could take Meekopi in one of these weekends and then just show them like, let's just play the first 10 levels Meekopi. It's free, and then we could be done with it after that. You don't even have to play with us after that. We just want you to have one session where we play video games together, and it's free. Yep. So like that's how easy it is to just hop in and play with friends. Francis, we'll be doing that with Francis one of these days, and Human Panda as well. So I was surprised at how easy it was, because I had no clue. This is why I wanted to do it, was I wanted to try out Exile's Reach, again, the newest zone for leveling, for new players especially, and it was super cool. It was super cool. Yeah. It was because Elgene, you mentioned gameplay and partially the story. Like, it wasn't just get 5 of this, get 3 of that, get 20 of this, and it never drops.
Yeah. I mean, more on Exile's Reach. Like, historically, the starting locations in World of Warcraft tend to be a slog. Yes. If you've ever made a Worgen anything, you'll know Gilneas is a nightmare to go through. So if you decide you wanted to do something else, just head on to Exiled Reach, and the game literally handholds you and tells you, okay, this is how you play the game. This is what you need to do. And it made it so easy to follow that. Well, I mean, even an idiot can play this game. Honestly, not to say don't be an idiot, and you know what I mean. But anyway, that's besides the point. What I'm saying is, like, just getting back into it was a breeze. It wasn't that like it was an enjoyable experience, and I'm not going to recommend it to anybody because I still hate Blizzard Entertainment as a whole, but it's fine if you discover it yourself, is all I'm going to say. You're not going to have a bad time if you decide to discover it yourself. So there's that. Yeah.
And if you don't want to discover it by yourself, hit us up on the Discord. We'll discover it with you. All right, we'll
that's right.
Have some fun with you. Yeah.
Yeah, we did open up a guild though. So
yeah,
if you want to join, if you want to join Questing Services Incorporated, there we go. You have a guild you can join.
Named guild. It's so aptly named. Meekopi.
Wait, that's the actual name of the guild?
Yeah, man. Named after one of our upcoming projects.
QS. Okay.
Yeah, QS Inc. baby. QS Inc.
QS Inc.
Yeah. So, yes, DZ, discover yourself. Discover it yourself.
I mean,
sorry.
Yeah, that's the best thing I can say. I don't support this company, but if you do decide you want to play this game, you're not going to have a bad time. That's all I'm going to say about it. You know what I mean?
And it helps if you play with friends.
Absolutely. Oh, no. Let me put it to you this way. I wouldn't be playing this game if Herald didn't hook me into it in the first place. And
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. No.
No. I'm serious here. Like, I think my experience would have diminished immensely minus Derek, Emily, and Harold. Like, it's it's an MMO. You're really supposed to be playing this with friends to begin with anyway. You know what I mean? It's a social game, so play it socially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, you mentioned earlier, like, getting into the lore and everything like that. Like, we all rolled night elves. Like, myself, Emily, and Derek, we all rolled night elves. Harold rolled a void elf. We're all elves, basically.
Yeah.
And as I don't know if this was planned or not, but it's a stroke of genius that Harold decided, okay, we should all go questing in Valhalla, which is essentially, Night Elf the story mode, if you
yeah.
So it made it all that more immersive because our characters would be basically invested in whatever's going on in the background. So there's a lot going on there. Like, and I think that's also one of the changes, by the way. You can choose to quest wherever you like instead of having
whatever
to go
expansion.
through everything. Yeah, whatever expansion you like, instead of having to go through everything to reach max level, which is great. But it does have its side effects, though, which I recently discovered. Like, Harold, because we decided to time walk back to Legion, Magni Bronzebeard is not spawning, and I cannot get the Heart of Azeroth until we complete Legion.
Can't you go back to Chromie and time walk back?
I did. I think, I'm afraid to do that because I don't know if it'll undo everything we've done so far or cancel the rest of the questline. Okay, I'll try that. But, like, that's one of the weird side effects so far. So I wanted to get the, like, yesterday, Emily and I were like, okay, let's get the Heart of Azeroth. That's an extra thing we can, slap onto our character. And sure enough, it wouldn't let us because Magni wouldn't spawn. And we were looking all over the place for Anduin, and he was missing too because Terralion was sitting on his throne. Like, what the fuck? Where's Anduin?
Oh, well,
and that's where Emily.
Terralion is more of a recent thing. We'll talk about that later. We're diving too deep into World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what other people have been playing.
That's right. Yes.
Meekopi,
sorry, don't mean to gush.
What are folks like Enli playing these days?
Okay, so Enli has mentioned before that he has played.
You might want to crank up your volume a little bit, Meekopi. And
there we go. Is it better?
Yeah, but half your face is covered by your bar. Are you crouching?
Yeah. Okay.
You let go of control, Meekopi. Let go of the control key.
Okay. Better now?
Yes.
Yeah, you're good. Yeah,
okay, there we go.
Good. Yeah, I think it's
good.
So,
Silfox has been playing Genshin and Destiny 2 recently, both with big updates today, one of which we'll be discussing later.
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's see. do I need to mention what Insta DZ has been playing? Astronaut.
Yes, you do.
Okay, sure. Astronaut on Insta DZ. Herald has been playing the World of Gatorade according to his Skirzo.
Oh, Skirzo,
Yeah.
yes. World of Gatorade, I am, baby. Because you gotta hydrate. You gotta.
I don't get this bit.
I guess we have everyone covered, unless I forgot someone else.
Did you mention Enly playing Wild Rift in Hearthstone?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Skirzo, what's cross MAGA? Aside from having made America great again, what is what is cross MAGA?
No, stop. Let's not.
I'm genuinely
It's
curious. Oh man, added to carts now. Oh dude, speaking of added to cart now, it is 11:11. All right, here in the Philippines. Actually, there in America now as well. I do. Since we're talking about Battle.net and Blizzard, if you guys go to Lazada.com.ph or .com.ph, Battle.net balance is actually cheaper right now. There's a flash sale for the next like hour or two. Instead of what would I think Meekopi equivalent to 1,000 pesos, you could get it for like 800.
Yep. Somewhere along those lines. Yeah.
Somewhere along those lines. Let me double check because I did this because I knew I'd be playing Shadowlands. I got a savings of $11 for 38.68. So what would have
around 500 pesos?
Yeah,
No,
what would have totaled
yeah,
$50, I only got for less than $40. So, Lazada, people. DZ wants to do an after show segment. What did you add to cut today? Enly,
man.
thank you. 4,000 pesos. You get it chunked down to 2.9 thousand pesos. So yeah, add to cut now. I'll send you that video later. I'll send you that video later. It'll make sense.
I'm actually looking at Lazada's catalog right now, even though I probably can't. I can't get any of this,
No, if
and
you
I'm
want
like,
it,
huh? Okay.
Elgin, if you want
Uh-huh.
it, we can PayPal. We can PayPal.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
I don't know yet.
First World of Warcraft and now this.
What does the
I
timer
know,
say,
right?
Elgin? What does the timer say? You have that much time to decide.
I don't see a timer anywhere. Where is
Enly,
that?
Enly, Bimo, whoever else in the chat, that could check how much more time is there. We'll give Elgin a countdown to decide. Meekopi is frozen right now, but he's frozen in like the most hilarious frame that I don't want him to move anymore.
You audio only folks are not gonna see this, but you know what?
Yeah, so Meekopi is
There it
leaning
is.
forward, crouching with the biggest smile on his face, like he's about to go to Lazada and add it to cart.
Oh my god.
Meekopi, are you there, audio-wise? Miko? Or did he
I
get?
think we
Oh,
lost
you
him.
might have disconnected. Okay,
Might
if he
have lost him,
disconnected,
yes.
it's fine. Oh, yeah, we did lose him. It's all
Oh, no.
good. It's all good.
On that note,
Well,
BMO said 1 hour and 30 minutes. I have no
Okay.
time.
Talk to your wife about it while we try and get Meekopi back. But I think that's all of the people who mentioned what they've been playing. Anyone else want to let us know what you've been playing in the chat? All right, let us know, and then we'll mention it as we go along. How does that sound, people? We'll mention as we go along. We'll do that. All right. So for the meantime, though, as I try and take out Meekopi's name, there we go. There we go. And then let me extend this thing there. All right, we'll do
Looks
that.
like
Okay,
no
we'll do this
place.
for now.
Alrighty. Looks
Oh,
like No
Nope's been
Place has
playing
been playing Hades. Yes.
Elgin, you played Hades,
Such a-
right?
No, not yet. But I played a lot of the other games that developer has made. Like, I don't know if you've heard Pyre, Transistor, Bastion. Like that Supergiant games are like they're really good. They're really good developers, you know.
Ooh,
So, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
s-
Okay. Yeah. Elgin, you still got.
I was
time,
gonna say,
man.
yeah. Scherzo in the chat says Crossmaga is like a digital card game thing made by Ankama, where you play minions and spells to push and fight minions across the board with the goal to defend your dofus and steal your opponent's dofus. So this is essentially in the world of Wakfu, if you guys are familiar with Wakfu instead. So yeah, there it is.
Oh yes, that's the failed sequel of World of Warcraft.
No, not even close. All right,
Waku.
all right, that's enough.
All right, Nope is saying a super giant aesthetic is on point, buddy, and
Yes.
Scherzo is agreeing. 100%, man. Enly saying Bastion 100% complete. Is that a place in, or is that a level in Hades? Bastion, because that's also a place in World of Warcraft.
Oh God, no! it is.
It's going to
Oh,
be
no.
in 13 or 12 days, Elgin. In
Is that right?
Shadowlands.
Oh God,
Yeah.
no!
Bastion. We'll be heading there. All right. Well, Bastion is another game of Supergiant.
Oh, that's right.
Snap,
Yeah,
you
that's right, yeah.
100%ed it. Dude.
Yeah, that's an achievement. There's a lot to do in Bastion, and yeah, that'll take some time. So yeah,
That's insane, man. That's
fun,
crazy.
yeah.
Props to you, Emily. All right. So while we wait for Meekopi, I want to. This is like the worst time to do it. I'm gonna plug his thing. Okay, we'll go to the news first. All right, guys, it's time for the news. Wait. Let me tone down the sound bite for you, Elgin. Here we go.
This week in video games.
Yes, we're gonna talk about the news. We're gonna breeze through certain things, but for now, we want to encourage you guys to order a potion or two from Meekopi. That's right, guys. You can get yourself some GG potions here in Metro Manila. Just order up through their Instagram. That's instagram.com/ggpotions or @ggpotions, helping keep Manila adventurers healthy and happy for their daily quests. Those are juices delivered and prepared every Friday. Check them out. That's @GG Potions. Check these out. They got the Drunken HP Potion. All right, that's alcoholic. Some cherry mixed with some Fruit Loops. Oh wow, that's sweet. But you know what's
Holy
sweeter
crap.
is the amount of health you get back or reduce depending on how much diabetes you got.
Oh Jesus! Okay, wow, we went somewhere we shouldn't have gone. All right.
GG Potions on Instagram. Oh man.
Disclaimer: GG Potions is not directly tied to your diabetes whatsoever.
That's true. That's true. They actually look out for you
Just-
if you have the beaties. All right?
Yeah. Diabetes. All right.
Diabetes.
Diabetes. All right. Where were we?
We got some news, Elgin. Where do you want to start?
Yes,
man?
we do.
Where do you want to start?
I mean, so let's talk about a new game that came out of the bowels of Ubisoft's studios. So yeah.
Wait, sorry. I know we might be rough on this game. So before we talk about this game,
Yes.
before we do, I want to give a shout out and a congratulations to the Ubisoft Philippines team, especially our friends who are from there, like Illustre, also known as Lightsaber, William Dionyo, our friends from the indie game development scene who've risen up the ranks and have gone AAA. So shout out to you guys and congratulations on a job well done for your part in Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I want to be specific.
Yes.
I want to be specific.
Yeah.
Okay, so Elgin, let's tee up. Let's tee up here.
All right. So, Assassin's Creed Valhalla has officially launched, and if you're a fan of the Assassin's Creed series, rejoice! There's a new Assassin's Creed out, and from the looks of it, it seems like a pretty decent game all throughout. However, the launch has been a little bit rocky to say the least. So, well, first of all, let's start with this news that's coming out of Norway, where you can actually. There was a time. It was a very short period of time, but there was a time where you could actually buy the Ultimate Edition of Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is $130 value for $10 out of Norway. Which is, I mean, who did this? Like, how do you drop a 3 from $130, right? Like, so yeah. So according to the PC gaming subreddit, the price was dropped down to the equivalent of approximately $10. It turns out it was evidently a mistake. You know?
That's a huge discount, dude. Like,
It's a huge mistake. Yeah.
like thank
you're
you for
basically-
beta testing this, Norway. Thank you for.
Exactly. Yes. I think the most the craziest thing about it was it's for the Ultimate Edition, which is essentially the most expensive version of the game you could get.
Oh wow.
And essentially, like, they're losing $120 per unit that was sold at that price. You know what I mean? And
Dude.
that's it's crazy. But
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they managed to fix it very quickly though. So if you really wanted the Ultimate Edition, you're gonna have to, pony up the full $130 now. But I still think it's pretty funny that $10 you could have gotten everything you could have gotten in this game.
It's insane.
Yeah. But I mean, like I said, it's been fixed. But yeah, other than that, the game's officially launched across the world now. So if you're interested in Viking assassins, I don't know why that that sounded weird, like putting together Viking assassins. Yeah, if you're into
it's not
that,
really part of it's not really part of the pop culture zeitgeist, right? When you think of
I suppose not.
Vikings,
Yeah.
you think of warriors, the warrior culture. When you think
Right,
of
right.
assassins, you think of sneaky. Actually, even before Assassin's Creed, I never really thought about Italians or the Europeans on the same level of ninjery and assassinry as the South Asian or the Middle Easterners or the East Asian contingent,
Okay.
right? And then when it was explained through the story, I was like, okay. When we had patience with the Assassin's Creed franchise, it was fun to discover. Oh, Ezio, descendant of Altair, and hearing all of that was pretty cool. But
Right.
being this far out into the franchise, going through the leaps and bounds, it felt like a bit of a stretch. Right? It's starting to feel like stretches, especially with
yes.
Odyssey.
Mhm.
Uh,
I mean, they're really jumping the shark as far as like lore is concerned. Like anybody can be an assassin at this rate,
yeah,
Like,
which is I guess part
insert
of the-
culture here.
Yeah,
Insert
Which is, like,
culture here.
yeah.
Assassin.
assassin. Yeah, which I
Yeah.
get, right? Like that's part of the world building because eventually you do discover in around Assassin's Creed 2 or 3 through Desmond and his lineage is everyone pretty much in the world, every country, every culture has assassins in them. They've been so this is just more world building. It's more like, I guess my resentment comes from the fact that they really squandered the story post Brotherhood.
Yes.
So,
But-
I mean, this looks like
yeah.
a great game. It's being reviewed fairly well. I saw IGN gave it an 8. Actually, that's the only review I saw. I don't know what other reviews are.
Here, let me go check Metacritic. Yeah, let me check
go
Metacritic
for
real
it.
quick.
As you do
God.
that, the Fury bot in the chat says it actually looks good. I just hope it isn't the same grindy system they've been implementing every installment they release. So, yeah, I get that.
So-
I do get that.
So initial reviews for Assassin's Creed Valhalla sets it at 85s, or like in the 80s to the 85s. So,
Okay.
it's a relatively decent game so far, according to reviewers. So yeah.
Okay.
I mean, again, it's not necessarily my cup of tea. I've kind of burned out from Assassin's Creed after, like you said, Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah.
And well, I mean, it's more, and to me, it looks like more of the same, except it's Scandinavian flavored. So, but that's about it, I know,
Yeah.
Scandinavian flavored, but you get what I mean. But
Yeah.
it looks good, but it's not my cup of tea personally. So yeah. Is he back?
Yeah. I totally get it. Yeah, he
I'm
is
back.
back.
I
Elgin,
think-
you'll want to turn off your webcam and then turn it back on real quick.
Oh yeah, I can do
Super
that.
cookies. Yeah, super
We're
cookies.
gonna shuffle.
Yeah, Meekopi, I was about to call you Elgin because your nameplate said Elgin. Meekopi, how's your internet now? You messaged us that your whole house's internet went down. Is it all good now?
Yeah, it was very rainy and windy here in Antipolo, so
Okay.
I was surprised.
Okay.
Yeah, surprised that the internet went down. But I'm more surprised that it came back up again real quick. I was expecting it to be down for like an an hour or so.
I feel like someone
Oh,
just
God.
tripped over a wire and they were like, "Oh, sorry," and they put it back in.
Yeah.
My
Back
bad.
Okay, so we just talked about Assassin's Creed Valhalla. We'll move on now. I plugged in GG Potions for you, buddy.
Aw,
Expect
thank
some
you.
orders.
Yes.
Influencer right here, baby.
Oh my god.
Which is better, that one or Gatorade Ion?
Oh,
loaded
buddy,
question.
you know what? You know what? Indie Fiesta is happening right now. Well, not right now, but between 4 to 7 p.m. in the afternoon till the evening. You guys might want to check it out. We've posted some of the links, or Francis continues to post the links on our Discord, and we try to share it when we see it on our social media as well. So what they're doing this year, for those of you unfamiliar, Indie Fiesta is supposedly a yearly independent gaming mini convention inside the Esports and Gaming Summit of the Philippines. So ESGS is our biggest con locally for gaming, and Indie Fiesta is that little section, or in recent years, bigger and bigger section of locally developed indie games. And we've actually had the pleasure of interviewing a lot of these devs in the past. And this year, what they're doing, because we can't go to a local convention, is they've created a virtual fiesta online, and it's on gather.town. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Gather, but you have your own little mini avatar there, and you get to walk around their virtual show floor, talk to the devs, watch the trailers, and ask them all about their game. And you might score a key or two, maybe a trial here and there, and make a couple of new friends. It's pretty awesome. I was in there earlier. You guys can see Flip and Francis, their video feed on screen. And the cool thing about Gather is for those of you watching the video feed, you see those little avatars. Those are actually us. And when you walk in proximity of someone, their video shows up, and you start to hear their audio. It's proximity based.
All right.
It's like Zoom,
That's...
but it's clever. It's super clever.
But
it's Zoom, but
yeah.
it's you move your avatar around, and then that's when their videos pop up. And you have like little rooms as well, so that if you guys can see on screen, again, sorry for the audio only listeners, but if you see on screen, there are little blue boxes next to the names of the games, and those are kind of like the sub rooms. So if you step in those, you talk to everyone in that room, and you get to ask questions about the games. They were even telling us, hey, if you guys want to interview people, you could, and we might take them up on that offer this week, because they're going all the way to Sunday, 4 to 7 p.m. Manila. So if you guys want to check out the latest and greatest in locally developed independent games, I would encourage you to check out Indie Fiesta. They're also on Facebook at Indie Fiesta. So check them out, guys. It's super, super awesome. Scherzo, I think, is going to be checking them out tomorrow, I think. Is that right? Oh, Francis says, we'll be running till Sunday this week. Same time, guys. 4 to 7 p.m. Have some fun. Video on is optional. All right? Just cover up your video like I did. Because I wasn't wearing clothes.
Do that.
Oh, sir!
Whoa, hold on.
Ooh, spicy.
Let's do this.
Yeah.
There it is. I'm gone now.
Yes.
Spooky. I'm invisible, but I'm still here.
Yeah, and I want to emphasize what Francis just said in the chat. Attendance is free. Just show up, talk to some devs, ask questions. It's a super friendly community. It's one of the best things about the local indie game scene is everyone's so nice. So check it out, talk, ask them about their game, and you might find a rising star of the game. Check it out. Indie Fiesta, guys. If you want more details, hit us up in the chat. Francis is there, one of the moderators, one of the people running this show. Check it out and ask some questions. We could read them out right now if you have any. All right. What else do we got, people? What else do we got? Oh, I want to mention it super briefly. Because apparently if you put a microscope up to the peripherals or up to the PlayStation 5 itself, you're going to see these patterns. The square, X, circle, triangle that has become so synonymous with the PlayStation. Just a neat little thing people have found on Reddit, and I thought it was pretty cool. And people have started making memes where when they put the microscope to the PlayStation, it's like a Rick Astley singing "Never Gonna Give You Up." Yeah, it's the meme status is getting insane. It's pretty funny. I don't have one right now. I don't want to pull one up because I just wanted to show you guys the original and give you the idea. But yeah, it's pretty funny.
That's so weird though. Like, just thinking about it, I don't know. It just for some reason.
The little embossed textures of the peripherals.
Yes, I mean, I'm just thinking, man, can you imagine the kinds of little gunkies that can get stuck in the crevices and the stuff like that? That just kind of the germaphobe in me is just like freaking out, you know?
I really wasn't thinking about that, but now I kind of am.
That's just me. That's just me, though. You don't have to listen to this. I'm a bit of a germaphobe, and that's the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah, just always carry some disinfectant, and you'll be fine.
I know, it's just okay. Anyway, moving on.
Moving on. Assassin's Creed Valhalla. No, I'm just kidding. We have some Cyberpunk news, but not the news you thought you'd be getting. As we all know, Cyberpunk has been delayed once again, this time to December 10, and there was some minor panic very briefly about 24 hours ago because the release date was removed from the bio of their Twitter, but only to be revealed a few seconds later to be on the masthead on their Twitter cover photo. So people started panicking real quick for nothing.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say it's for nothing, mainly because this game is already seeing a lot of turbulence with their release date, you know? Like, the fact that they've, A, forced their developers to start crunching, and B, moved their release date from, when was it, September? Yeah, I think it was like September to December. I mean, I'd say that panic is a little bit justified. I wouldn't say of course you shouldn't panic too much, but like that would make anybody nervous. You know what I mean? Yeah. Especially if you're really following the game and all that good stuff. Yeah. So I get that.
Because people are scheduling their leaves for games like this, you know, and as an adult,
exactly,
you know, with a limited amount of leaves, you can sympathize, right? You get the fear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And of course, you know, there are just some real like hardcore aficionados out there who really follow this, and you know, I sympathize with them too, but at the same time, you know, you shouldn't it's just a video game. We don't have to worry too much about it, you know. But anyway,
definitely. Meekopi, you wanted to talk about the local Tekken scene as well. What's going on there?
Well, locally everyone is having a blast with season 4. There's what do you call this? There's a release of the new character, Kunemitsu. So far she's been a fan favorite because she looks so pretty and her costumes are also the same. Also, there's a wonderful new stage called the Vermilion Gates, which look just amazing. And of course, there are also new moves for the characters and what do you call this? And most importantly, the network play has been stellar this time around. Like before, like I have heard from my friends that they have been matched against players from Japan and Korea, and no problem whatsoever on their end. That is, of course, given you have a decent internet connection. Yeah. But the same is also the same findings have also been what they call this. Is it wrong to say found? Reported all over it's been consistent all over the world as well. However, days prior to the release of Season 4, there's been just a tiny little bit of drama that happened in the EU side of things. Because for some reason, the marketing team of Bandai Namco EU decided to give some more popular content creators for Tekken 7 sort of an early access to the Kunemitsu character. Now, if you've been playing fighting games, you know that this is a bit of a wrong move because part of what makes a character appealing to most fighting game players is that when they are released or brand new, we love to get into the laboratory and just explore the character and then look up online, share our findings, and then just see how the character works. Now, of course, someone having earlier access to all of the characters and then because of that we can get because of that we're able to get info about that character before it was released, so everyone already has an idea of its frame data, how it plays out, and all of those stuff. So for a lot of the people, it kind of for a lot of players, it kind of robs them of the the feeling of discovery of the character. And here's the thing: Harada tweeted out that he's not behind it. It's just the EU team by themselves who what they call it, who made that decision. So it's just weird all around. Not to mention that I feel bad also for the smaller content creators because somehow the content that they were probably planning for their channel got ripped off from them. So a lot of them, well, not really a lot, but some of them have lost motivation to create content as well for the new character
Because they're behind.
yeah, because they're behind. Other than that,
Okay.
it's other than that hiccup, season 4 has been a blast so far. It's a great time to play second because you can now always log in, go online, and then you will almost always find a match that is good quality. And one of the funnier things is that they actually what do they call this? You have a different icon if you're using a LAN connection or a Wi-Fi connection. And this caused a bit
Where
of
does the
humor
icon
in
show?
people.
Is it above your head?
Not above your head, but in the menu when you find a player match, or I think it was during the game itself.
Okay.
So there has been some memes popping around about players with the LAN icon totally ignoring the ones with the Wi-Fi icon and then skipping matches when they're paired against them.
Because it's kind of not as competitive, right? If you're playing against someone with slightly higher MS, slightly higher ping, that could really affect their performance, maybe affect your gameplay a little bit, and you want to put yourself, you always want to put yourself against the best. Yeah, you don't want to deal with none of that.
That is true, and I think French Shizu here also he has made a great point about the content creation side of things. He says that some of the content creators basically felt that their preparations for season 4 updates were preempted and are now basically redundant because someone else managed to do it. Not to mention that there might be accusations of, hey, that's my content, or you just stole it from me.
Oh
Those things
yeah, I never thought of
yeah.
that.
Those things could happen, but I mean, I guess all we have to do now is just support your favorite content creators.
Like the folks over
whatever
at
they
Quit
decide to do,
Stalling. Hit
yeah.
that subscribe button, people, if you're enjoying what you see. We can cheer us on with some bits as well. Or if you look down below, you could find a link to buy us a coffee. We'd appreciate it very much. Support your favorite content creators, whether it's us or someone you might follow on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, and so much more.
Yep.
I winked the wrong eye.
Wait, there's a winking eye? Wow. All right.
I was gonna say, like, why is it a cup of coffee and not a bottle of delicious Gatorade Ion?
Well, you know what, Elgin? If they do want to get themselves, or us, a bottle of Gatorade Ion, you can just hit that button below. Love you all. And, for people like Francisco who support us constantly, 25 months in a row to be specific, well, we appreciate you just as much. Love you guys. Human Panda, Francis, Bimo, Meekopi, all of you guys. Elderjin.
Wow, 25 months.
Yeah, man, 25 months. Crazy. People like Booty Knight as well, who gave us his first ever Prime sub. Yeah, thank you. I don't know if it's his first ever, but it's his first to us. So thanks, Josh. Love you, buddy. Rename that coffee to Gator. We might.
Oh my god.
Can't wait for Gatorade coffee.
Ew.
I like the mixed reactions.
It's like fruit flavors in coffee. Like, why would you want that?
Actually, I've had coffee with hints. A little tangent here. I've had coffee with like hints of fruit, and it's actually pretty good. It's
Okay.
It's just like that little kick, like that fruit and nut Cadbury or
Okay.
or those chocolate covered raisins. It's kind of like that.
I guess like a hint of, like, I don't know, cherry with like almond or something like that. Like that probably is a flavor,
Yeah.
Amaretto, I guess. I don't know. But yeah,
Yeah.
All right. Well, what was the next topic we were about to talk about?
Fall Guys has another mid-season update to keep things fresh. That's the patch
Yay.
2.5. New costumes, remixed rounds. Oh, Notorious KGM with another subscription. He says no DZ, no Mick Wood, and then he subscribed. So I think he wants that to continue. We hear you, Notorious KGM. We'll keep the ball rolling the way you like it.
Yeah, the people have spoken.
The
Great.
people have spoken.
They're in the chat, by the way.
Yeah, no. The thing is, I know the Fury Bot wanted to come on the show today, but he, we waited a couple of hours. Yeah, no, we waited like 30 minutes, but yeah, he's in the chat, just like Instant DZ, so we appreciate it. Oh yeah, DZ's playing Astroneer. Is that how you pronounce that? Astroneer or
Yes.
Astroneer?
Astroneer.
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 Yeah, they were unavailable.
Yeah.
Elder Jin and I could have been unavailable. All right, we could have been at Azeroth right now, redeeming this WoW
This is
token. But
true.
you know what? You needed your news, and we needed to give it to you, baby. We needed to give it to you. Yeah. So Fall Guys, mid-season update. They've also kind of lowered the chances of getting the newest maps, the medieval maps, because they boosted it up for a bit, and now they're kind of dialing it back to even things out. So yeah, they had like a Godzilla costume recently, which was super cool. And Meekopi,
That was nice.
hey, it was really nice. It was really nice. Meekopi, I want to give a shout out to our our buddy John Falsis, 60-minute GG. You guys can catch him on Facebook and YouTube as a 60-minute GG. He's a Fall Guys streamer. He's played some Phasmophobia as well recently. You can check that out. He's a cool guy. We had him on the show the other week. Cool guy. Super cool guy. Man is a
I
monster.
heard it's still winning in Fall Guys.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
Winning harder than Charlie Sheen. Let's see here. We also have a hey. We also want to mention the PS5. We mentioned the PS5 earlier. It's unlikely to get a browser apparently. You know, talk about surfing the internet on your PlayStation 5. Not just yet. Maybe not ever. Hideako Nishino from PlayStation and Sony says, we have doubts about whether a web browser is necessary for a game console as an app, so we'll have to wait and see. He's not closing the door completely, but apparently it's unnecessary, and I kind of gotta agree. I'm not really gonna browse on my PlayStation. I have a phone, don't I?
That's true. Yeah. Because like my experience with it is like I used to use it kind of like every now and again because I didn't have a smartphone at the time. But now that I do, you're absolutely right. It's absolutely unnecessary. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Yeah,
browsers
and,
aren't supposed to be
oh, what's that, Miko?
in consoles. I just thought that browsers weren't supposed to be in consoles. I can't really remember a time when. I think the last time I browsed the internet on a gaming device was on the 3DS. I think.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yes.
That's tough, man. Like I don't think it's optimal to browse on a console. Just typing the URL alone feels like a nightmare for anything longer than IGN.com. You know, so I
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh man. Yeah, so like Francis said, you know, if you don't want your parents to find out what you've been browsing and you don't know how to work incognito mode, shit, maybe that was the only way before. But these days, gotta bring up your phone. Maybe to luffing
Right.
people.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. So
use your phone. Yeah, use your phone. You're right.
hey,
Daryl.
you got phones. You guys have phones,
Oh
don't you?
god. But Diablo Immortal's no longer a thing, right? Like that thing died.
Right? It just disappeared. I
It just
don't.
disappeared, like
Sir.
not to
feel like
mention
it
it,
is-
like
Oh man.
It's
I feel like it's
I mean,
waiting.
I think it's a good sign. If that disappears and then the new Diablo comes out on PC, then good.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
The
I think
first KGM
we'd all
says
be
he-
okay with that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No. I agree. No, I still think it would make a lot of money. I still think I would play it. I wouldn't publicize and I'm playing it, I probably wouldn't talk about it on the show out of
Fair
shame.
enough, yeah.
But you know, I mentioned this on the show before, and I'll briefly go through it now. I still think all the roguelikes and all the Diablo-like games that came out on the iPhones and on mobile devices, you know, this is just Blizzard trying to get in on that and put their own spin on it, because in the end, Diablo is still a fun game, whether you love Blizzard or not. So I would have played it. I just wouldn't have talked about it.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah. Notorious KGM says he's been playing NBA 2K21, Genshin Impact, Astroneer as well, Valorant, and the Assassin's Creed series. So I'm feeling
that's
some
a lot.
Odyssey and Valhalla.
What's this Astroneer thing? I gotta
Oh
search it
gosh,
up.
you're gonna go down that rabbit hole.
Oh, okay. Be careful, sir. Be careful.
Yes.
So Fox says they want all their titles to go mobile. Oof. I don't want to touch that right now. I'll wait for BlizzCon live. I don't even want to think about it right now, man. We're enjoying Azeroth with our blinders on for now.
Yeah. About that.
About that.
Anyway.
Genshin Impact. Who wants to bring this up? Is it an update? People like
Yeah, that's
Skirtso
not
might
me.
appreciate.
Oh no, our two Genshin Impact specialists are out on vacation, but okay, let's...
They're probably taking some Genshin Impacts right now. Hey!
Oh no.
Yeah, but let's go for it. So yeah, Genshin Impact has released update 1.1, its biggest update to date since September. Wait, that sounds redundant. Okay, so they have new story quests to finish the US story arc. There's also 4 new characters. So there's 2 5-star characters, which people will be throwing money at to probably to get, and of course 2 4-star characters. 5-star characters, of course, there's Child, which is a Hydra archer, has a bow that turns into 2 blades, so he can swap between range and melee on the fly.
Ooh.
And of course, you
On
have
the
Zhongli,
fly. That's pretty cool.
so you have Zhongli, which is a spear wielder, and I think he has more emphasis on AoE as well as on defense. And of course, you have your 2 4-stars, which is Sinyan, claymore wielding, sword rocker-ish girl. I'm looking at the picture here, and it seems like she's holding an electric guitar.
So
And of course
you kind of need to crank up your volume a little bit, Meekopi. Just a little bit. Maybe
Just a little bit. Okay,
Yeah, maybe like
Like
10%.
10%. More.
Oh yeah. There we go.
Okay.
There.
And
we
finally,
go.
we have Diona, which is another long-range character who uses arrows and throws cocktails. I guess not the drinkable kind, the flammable ones.
Oh! I see what you
A
did there.
Molotov.
I see what you did there.
Yep. Other than that, they are gonna introduce a reputation system similar to the ones that we find in WoW, but this one will be area-based. So you will
Okay.
unlock unique rewards. So some quality of life changes, recipes, name cards, wind gliders, depending on which region you, gain reputation. And other than that, there's also, what do they call this? Oh yeah, some quality of life changes, including being able to teleport, including a beacon which allows players to teleport anywhere on the map.
Okay. That's
Okay,
cool.
so-
That's cool.
okay, so
how
in
do our
terms of-
Genshin Impact players feel about this update in the chat? Let us know, guys.
Yeah, I'm
KGM,
really curious because
Yeah, Skirtso, the Fury, is that Furry Bot, the Furry Bot, InstaDeezy. Let us know, guys. How you feeling about this 1.1? Biggest update to date. Yes, Meekopi.
I'm just guessing that in terms of the new characters, it is. I guess they will respond to it more if will fit into the current lineup, or it's just really strong and powerful. Other than that, I mean, to be honest, the 2 new 4-stars doesn't really look that much appealing to me. They haven't
Okay.
released the image of the new 5-stars yet, so not sure how appealing those are.
Okay. Show
Oh.
Fox says
But
I'm
the
pretty much done
reputation
with
system is-
1.1.
Yeah, but the
That's
reputation
quick,
system is something that I really like in the sense that at least they are able to add new rewards by grinding different regions.
Okay.
I see.
Rep system. Is this rep system looking grindy, Meekopi? It sounds grindy.
Well, it should be. I mean, that's how reputation goes, right? Remember when you have Aldor and
Yeah.
Scryer and you wanna get their items because
Oh, this guy
I
knows.
dislike. I really. Okay, first of all, nice pull, Grandpa. I like that one. I really like that one. Oh man, that's some terrible flashbacks from BC. Now, I'm gonna be honest.
He knows.
I'm gonna be honest. I dislike rep systems. I really do because
Same.
they're designed to keep you coming back.
Exactly.
I get why they exist because devs got to eat, but I dislike them as a mechanic because the quests, the daily quests that are usually tied to them, eventually get too repetitive. Because you play them daily. So if they weren't, if they reduced the amount of time it took to finish the rep grinds, I'd be okay with it. But I'm not that big of a fan. But Skirtso says he's forgotten to check on the update. He hasn't played since just before. So we'll wait for your feedback, buddy. Let us know. Even in the Discord. Hit us up. If
Yeah,
you're looking to play some
probably-
Azeroth, let us know.
yeah, and probably next week we can ask either Mick or DZ about the update. Yeah, what are their thoughts on it?
I'm sure DZ's like on his keyboard now, WASD, left click, right click, and he's like, it's like this. And he's probably yelling out how he feels about it. DZ, it's all right, buddy. Just keep playing your game. Relax. We'll talk about it next week. Because I feel like he's like on the edge of like wanting to type it, but he's also like super immersed. So don't worry about it, man. We'll talk about it next week. Francis says horizontal progression solidifies the game's core loop. Here we go, some dev talk. I love this. And it turns your game into a lifestyle game rather than the vertical progression that has an endpoint. I totally get that. I really do get that. But I just wish it wasn't. I just wish the lifestyle wasn't as long.
It's time consuming.
Yeah,
I mean-
think it's short.
Yeah, you could call it horizontal progression all you want, but at the end of the day, it's still padding, which again, like to the end user, that's what it looks like too. That's what it looks like too, though. You know what I mean? Or at least to those who are sick of it. I guess the point is you got to make it compelling enough to where you want to keep doing it. It's just the reputation, like the system, like in my opinion anyway, reputation systems just kind of. It's samey, you basically the end goal is essentially to make XYZ faction happy, and that concept is so arbitrary, and it could mean a million different things, but you're ultimately doing the same thing again and again. So I mean that's just my opinion on that. Like I'm not crazy about reputation gains, mainly because it's padding. Like no matter how you slice it, you're just padding the game to make it a little bit longer,
Yeah, I definitely agree, especially as a user point from a user point of view. But I also get the dev side of it. Cranking out content isn't as easy as we'd like it to be.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and some of them don't want there to be a lull in between content, which is why they make the rep grinds kind of long. But
oh yes,
that also contributes to burnout, which is 50-50. Showfox says the reputation mission is kind of capped up to 3 missions per week only. That's interesting. Okay, that's interesting.
Otherwise, I
as
guess
Meekopi
players will finish it in like a day.
Oh, that's right. Color tones and bars.
I also dislike that as a concept, by the way. Just gating content.
Oh, time
like
gating.
that. Yeah.
Francis agrees. He says, which is why rewarding it properly will add value to it more than just padding. I agree with that as well.
Right. Yeah.
Giving me an amazing flying mount at the end of my 7-year rep grind. Sorry,
well, it has
7
to work.
days? 7 weeks? No,
Yeah,
I
7
agree.
weeks.
Yeah, I agree. The reward sometimes does justify the means, but sometimes it also creates burnout. So it's
yes.
no one knows the perfect formula, right? That's part of the magic of the sauce for some of these developers. Nope says, good for them, not for me. Yes. That's how it feels sometimes. It really does. Okay, let's end on a high note, guys. The underperformance of Marvel's Avengers.
That's a high note.
Oh boy. All right, talking about live services as games, time gating and creating rep grinds and you know, man, we kind of set this one up. We teed this one up. So Square Enix, guys, has lost reportedly $48 million following the launch of Marvel's Avengers, which is sad for me because if they launched this as a standalone story game and then did the online thing later on, kind of like how Grand Theft Auto did it, might have made this a way more successful game. You know, focus on the story first and then pad it later on with your online mode. I think is what would have been, in hindsight, right? Because hindsight is 2020.
Right.
Might have been the better route.
It's just.
Yep.
Oh, go ahead, Miko. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just reading what Frenchie said, and I have to agree that the single player story is very interesting, at least for me. I'm seeing.
Heck yeah.
I was watching some bits and pieces of it on YouTube and how it focuses on what's the name of the girl again?
Kamala Khan, baby.
Oh, yeah, from Kamala, and how she interacts with the other Avengers throughout the course of the story. That's a good approach to take. It's just that, yeah, it's just that the other aspects of the game, I guess, are a bit lacking, right?
Yeah, a lot.
And too many robots, man. It's always the robots and everything.
It's always the robot. It's the same. Even if it isn't the same robot, it looks the same. It's like watching Transformers from Michael Bay. I know that's a different robot, but I can't tell which one. All right, I know it took you a lot of time to design it, but I can't appreciate it. So that's where a lot of the lines are drawn, and you know it's sad because this game still has a lot of potential. It's just unfortunately they couldn't have it come together the way it should have, or the way a lot of us were hoping it would. But if you're looking for a 12-hour game and you want to get a lot of Avengers story and gameplay, it's still a great game. Just don't buy it. Don't play it for the live service multiplayer aspect afterwards. Focus on the story mode and you won't have a bad time. That's all. That's really what I have to say about this, because that's really all there is.
Yeah. Though it really baffles me how they could have, how they've done this, you know? Like, you got a very marketable IP like the Avengers, and yet you lost money.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do that? You know what I mean?
They had marketable talents. They had the Critical Role guys involved in this.
That too, yes. Like, why? It's irresponsible at best. You know what I mean? You have the best, like, you have the best stuff, and what do you do with it? This.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it baffles me. Why did this happen? You know, like, why?
Yeah. I don't think they can blame COVID 100%, right? This really lacked a bit of planning. It's missing.
My guess is
foresight.
that, you know, having this kind of IP makes you sort of relax a bit, knowing that it will sell by itself.
Yes.
I see that.
Because when you consider, for example, the core combat mechanics of the game is, they could have made it a bit more complex, a bit more simple, a bit more, what they call this, or a bit more customizable, or a bit more simpler. No, not simpler, but some other thing instead of what we got. They got the feel of the characters, right? But when they're together, it's and there's some magic when the characters are together in multiplayer.
Yes.
But I guess everything else is where they went wrong. Maybe they focused too much on the Avengers part that they forgot that, that's just half of the game. You also have to consider the other aspects of the game. Like, for example, the enemy variations, probably the boss battles are one thing that's kind of where I've read some complaints about. Like it's just one big robot after the other.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. And Nope is asking a really good question, which is kind of what we're alluding to: is if they just made it a single player game, would it have been a bigger hit? And I think so. If they focused on if they focused their resources on the story mode first, online later, definitely. I do not doubt that. And yeah, because games like this get good like a year or two later. So if they focus on the story, relied on that for a bit, like again, I hate using Grand Theft Auto because they had an online mode to begin with, but they didn't focus on it yet. When Grand Theft Auto focused on online, GTA Online, when they realized people were buying the shark cards. When they were like, oh, people are actually cashing in on this? Yes, let's do it. So, for me, again, hindsight, and as a casual player, if they made me enjoy the story mode and want to play more, especially with friends, it would have been a better experience overall. Because we got hyped for this. Me, Derek, Wancho, Francis, we were all ready to play this. And then when we struggled to get through and slog through the grindy parts, that's when it fell apart for us. We still kind of want to play. GTA Online is oof. Yeah.
I think I like
Marvel property,
Francis's point here about marketable IPs starting to have to carry good products.
Yes.
I was just typing to that too.
Yeah,
Star Wars,
and
definitely.
he cited some good examples like Star Wars, Warhammer. What? Oh God, Sonic.
Oh.
But I mean, to that point, like anything with the name Star Wars, Warhammer, like they will sell is what I'm trying to say. Like on the back of the hype alone, they will sell and you will make money. But they're losing money making this. There's a difference. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's and that's what's really bothering me about this whole thing. It's that they by all rights should be making money, at least making even, you know what I mean? But they're actually losing it now based on with that. And that, I mean, I hope that means they don't get the IP again to screw it up, you know what I mean? Like I want good IPs to basically be given to people with some modicum of responsibility instead, So
we did focus on all the wrong things. No, I agree.
Absolutely,
I really agree. And Francis used Spider-Man as a good example because they focused on the single-player experience, and then it made me talk to DZ on this very show and tell him, dude, if they did like a Spider-Verse DLC later on where we could swing around New York and team up for the same missions, I'd be all over it. Because there was enough diversity in those missions that they created, that I would just want to swing around with Elgene and Meekopi and be like, let's beat bad guys up around New York as different Spider-Men and women. Like, so they really missed out.
Actually, that might probably happen in the future. Like, given how the PS5 Spider-Man game was really good, what's gonna happen next is there will be, as you mentioned, a Spider-Verse multiplayer, and then that one will be the more successful IP compared to the Avengers, and it's a great example of your point about focusing on the single player experience first, and then that's where they got the community feedback, what players want in their multiplayer games.
Yes.
And then they'll make it.
Yes. Yeah. Agreed. So there. I think we tackled everything. I think we nailed certain things on the head. We missed the mark on other things. Oh, the loot boxes. Oof. That's not. Yeah.
We're not talking about that.
I feel like it might be too harsh to put this all on Crystal Dynamics, the developers, and Square Enix, because I feel like the money grab is also coming from other parts, be it from the Disney side or the Marvel side, or maybe, I don't know, the Sony side. I don't know. We don't know enough about the behind the scenes to judge, but they really missed out because oof, man. Yeah, speak into the Spider-Verse multiplayer into existence. That's what we're doing. We're putting those vibes out. No, we're putting all those vibes out. Make it happen. Guys, we've done it once again, and now we must end. Now we must end the show. Where's our leaderboard?
Oh yes, I need that too.
There we go. There we go. Okay. All right, we ready? We ready? Who wants to do this part? Meekopi, who are our most recent followers?
Okay, we have Woody Knight, Satan the Devil. Wow, I mean, okay, who names these things? GG, Icha Boy, Byron, Nicol Octopus, Ranzosaurus, 1, Wolfpack 1, Heinrich, and Juris Asylum, and of course, Ron 493.
That's right. We want to thank Renzo for that $3 donation. It bought us not just a cup of coffee, it got us a bunch of sachets of instant coffee as well. Tropical brown coffee, people. If you're in the Philippines or Indonesia, somewhere in Southeast Asia, tropical brown coffee, baby. So good, so rich, so creamy, not too strong. Tropical brown. All right, guys. We also want to thank our subscribers, Elgene. Subscribers like Francishu.
Yes, Francishu, Human Panda 22, which, by the way, I just want to point out, Francishu and Human Panda have 25 subs apiece. They're neck and neck. I wonder who's going to come out on top. I just wanted to throw that out there. Bimo, King of Ooh, coming up after that. And then you got Meekopi, Nerf Diva, Notorious KGM, Sensei Humor, Iron Hammer Stream, InstaDZ, Neogear, Zilfox, Denunci, Wisais, Numali, Zephy Buns, The Furybot, Renzosaurus, Trendrew, Maddox019, and Nixor.
And everyone else who subscribed to us at least once. Thank you guys so much. And all the people who cheer us on with bits. We appreciate you guys. And if you don't listen to us on Twitch or watch us on Twitch, you like the audio version in your ears, people, you can still hit that link in your podcatcher, or, you know, just toss us some moolah, some scratchola for for a cup of coffee or some Gatorade Ion. It's streamlabs.com/quitstalling. Yes, streamlabs.com/quitstalling. Hit us up, dude. Hit us up. That's it from us. Meekopi, where can the folks at home find you when you're not on GameByte?
Well, you can always find me on Facebook at Meekopi, but I haven't been updating it lately. What I have been updating instead is the Twitter account of my and Dar's Final Fantasy characters. So if you're interested in the adventures of two cute Lalafell and the people we meet and the cafes that we go to in the world of Eorzea, come follow us at Kopilalas. That's KOPILALAS. So
yeah, RESPECT. The Kopilalas, guys. Meekopi, don't forget about GG Potions.
Oh yeah, yeah. Right now we've been on a busy schedule, but if you want to order some of the GG Potions, our Instagram page is still up at GG Potions. These are fruit and vegetable juices that look like potions, that are really good for you. But if you want things that aren't good for you, we also have the alcoholic version of these potions. So yeah, just send us a message on Instagram. Other than that, let's go to our ever reliable, friendly neighborhood mech warrior, Elgene. Where can people find you?
I'm the friendly neighborhood mech warrior now? Jesus. All right. You can find me on twitch.tv/elderjin, where every day, Monday through Friday, I should say. Every Monday through Friday, you'll find me streaming, probably MechWarrior Online, because I'm apparently a MechWarrior content creator now, I think, ? I don't know. we'll fix it in post. It works. Yep, it checks out. So yeah, you can find me there. Otherwise, you can find me on the Quitstalling Discord. I'm sure I can just do this and not misspell Discord again. There we go. Discord. And yes, you can find me on the Quitstalling Discord as well. So, Harold, what about you? Where can the fine folks at home find you when you're not on GameByte?
At Herald Plays on Twitter and on Instagram. And this Sunday, me, Wancho Saldana, and Derek O'Brien, and actually Wancho will put his earmuffs on, we'll be talking about The Mandalorian, because Season 2 is on fire, baby. It's on fire more than the Phoenix maneuver that Din Djarin pulls out here and there. So check it out. Quitstalling Geekcast, where we talk about all things geek and pop culture. If you haven't checked out the most recent episode, hit that videos tab and watch us in full cosplay. I was a mummy for Halloween and the Halloween special of the Katsangi cast. It was super cool. Super tedious. Let me see if I can find a clip of that real quick, just so I can show the people watching right now what I look like as a mummy. Cause it wasn't easy, guys. Here we go. Oh man, you can't really see it. Let me.
Oh yeah, head's in the. Head's
there we go.
Wow.
There it is. That must have been rough.
I
How
went full wrap,
how many
baby.
rolls have you spent for it?
It was less than a roll because I have those really thick rolls. I have the really big rolls, and then I rolled it back up after, and then I used it for the whole week and a half. I
I didn't need to know that.
I reuse. I recycled
Optimization.
it. Yeah, baby.
So
I actually have a
optimized.
photo. I'm gonna post it on Instagram next week when we get reactive on social media. Look, see, I re-rolled everything back neatly. See? You too can be environmentally conscious and dress up for Halloween. All right?
Wow.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
I thought
Yes.
I thought you what do you call it? You sold it again or something.
Oh no, I'm not. Come on, Meekopi, capitalism.
Roll it
Francis
and-
says, weren't you
sell it.
Lady Gaga in Bad Romance? I was and was not Lady Gaga in Bad Romance at the same time. I'd also been watching Emotep and The Mummy 1 and 2. So,
Oh yeah.
good
Did say
times.
that.
Yeah, good times. All right, that's it from us. We'll see you guys next week. Who wants to sign us off? Meekopi, you haven't. I don't think you've ever signed us off, right? Have you?
I'm not too confident about that yet.
Oh my! Don't
okay.
worry about it, Meekopi.
You've got improv. It's good.
You got it, bro.
You got one class of improv. You can do this.
Yeah, take it away,
Okay.
Meekopi. Sign us off, man.
Okay, thank you very much, guys, for staying with us tonight. This is one great episode, and it's wrapping up now. So, oh no, I don't know what to say.
You got this, buddy. You got this. I believe in you.
Okay, tune in with us again, same time next week on the same by time, same by channel. Get
Oh,
up
you
your
got
butts
this.
and quit stalling.
Bye, everybody. Bye.
Hey, good to see you next time. You nailed it, man. You nailed it.
Yay.